Hi kiddos, welcome back for our first part of our projects today, the literacy part where we learn to read and speak well. So remember, a good reader is always paying attention to the order in which things happen and the very things that happen and the characters in the story. Okay, so we're going to do, once again, a beginning, middle, and end. So you can take your paper, fold it into thirds. So remember, I'm going to go over so that this piece and this piece are close to the same. Fold that one. And then I'm going to fold it again so that I have 3 sections. Okay, and I'm going to draw my lines and then write beginning, middle, and end. And we should already be thinking about what happened in the beginning, middle, and end of this story. So the beginning is quite sad because the one who creates all the problems in the story is the dad, who decides to brag about his daughter with something that's not true. So, beginning, middle, and end. Okay, so I'm going to have the king. I'm going to get my king here in his fancy kingly robes. I made him nice. I'm not sure he's nice. We can tell that he's a very greedy man, if all he's worried about is gold. Okay, so I've got my king. Okay, there he is. And then he's talking to the miller. A miller was someone who would grow wheat and grind it up into flour. So he's going to be dressed much more poorly than the king. Okay, a miller would not be a wealthy person, but he would probably be a kind person. Okay, he just made the mistake of trying to appear more important than he really was. Okay, so here we've got our miller talking to our king, and he tells him, my daughter can spin straw into gold. So I'm going to have a little spool, okay, with the gold on it. So there he is thinking, oh, my daughter can spin straw into gold. And the king thinks that's great. Okay, now the middle of the story would be where Rumpelstiltskin comes in and helps the miller's daughter. Okay, now you can see from the picture I drew of Rumpelstiltskin, I drew a funny picture. He had quite big ears and a funny floppy hat. You can make him however you wish. He's a little man. Okay. And clearly not a good man, right? He's not the good person in this story. Remember, I told you that the good always gets a just reward, and the bad does as well. They get something they deserve, which is almost never a good thing because of their behavior. Okay? So I'm drawing him just like normal, and then I'm giving him some kind of decorated clothing, funny pants and shoes. Okay? And I'm going to have him maybe standing on a pile of straw in my picture. Okay, and I'm going to have the spools again of gold. And to make those, you kind of do sideways ellipses. Okay? So there's my silly Rumpelstiltskin. And then I'm going to have my miller's daughter over here. She's very sad because she thinks that she's going to end up having to die because she can't do this. And then she realizes that Rumpelstiltskin is going to save her. Now you notice she promised him something she should not have, okay? But she was desperate. That means she felt like she had no other option but to trust him to help, okay? So here she is over here sitting on a chair. Sad, but then he starts spinning gold. You can draw the spinning wheel, which is a circle, okay, and it's attached to the base. And, okay, so you can look at that. There's my spinning wheel. Okay, so that's in the middle where he keeps spinning gold 3 times. I'm going to put 3 times. because that's important. Threes happen a lot in fairy tales, if you hadn't noticed. Okay? And then at the end, he's coming to take her baby, but she says his name, and that's how she gets to keep her baby. So I'm gonna draw her now. She's the queen because she married the king. So we're gonna draw the queen. Okay, holding her baby. She's gonna be in much fancier clothes now. Okay. Okay, there's my queen. And I'm going to have her say his name. Rumpelstiltskin. And I'm just gonna have him, do you hear what he did? He got so angry, he stomped his way into the floor. So if you have the floor here, it's like his legs are down there in the floor. And he is upset about it. He thought there was no way that would happen. So I've got a really grumpy face on here. Maybe he's got his arms up in a tantrum. Okay, there's his legs stuck in the floor. All right, now firsties or kinders who want to push themselves could always do a sentence. So at the beginning you could say, the miller told the king his daughter could spin straw into gold, or you could just say, the miller got his daughter in trouble. Okay, the middle you could say, he spun gold 3 times. And then at the end you could say, she got to keep her baby because she said his name. All right, and then you can color that in beautifully. And remember, if you can retell the story even without writing sentences, that's great because that shows you've paid attention and you can put the events in order. All right, that's it for this. I'll see you back for math.